Please tell me those readings are wrong. Bredro's voice crackled through the comm with barely concealed horror. I double-checked my scanner as we materialized in Universe 12,847. The dimensional signature detector was lighting up like a life day tree. Negative. I'm reading approximately 3,000 individual Sci-Chen energy signatures, all in the same location. That's impossible, Chin Eater muttered. There's only one Sci-Chen per universe. It's the fundamental rule of... Sir, Dolphin interrupted, you need to see this. We'd emerged on a hilltop overlooking what appeared to be a massive compound. But instead of the usual pristine buildings that screamed Sci-Chen influence, this place looked like someone had taken a children's cartoon and fed it hallucinogenic drugs. Bright pastel colors covered every surface, and figures in elaborate animal costumes moved between buildings with disturbing purpose. What in the name of Camino's depths is that? I asked. Chen Eater adjusted his scope. According to the mission briefing, this universe's Sci-Chen founded something called the Fluffy Family. It started as a small community interest group and escalated. Through our scopes, we could see the compound's inhabitants more clearly. They were all wearing elaborate furry costumes, wolves, cats, foxes, and things that might have been dragons if dragons were made of rainbow-colored synthetic fur. But the most disturbing part was what they were chanting as they moved in perfect synchronization. We are all Sci-Chen. We are all Sci-Chen. Drink the punch and join the family. They all changed their names to Sci-Chen. Dolphin reported, his voice hollow. Every single one of them. The scanner can't differentiate between individual targets because they're all registering as the same person. That's not how identity works, Bredro protested weakly. It is when Sci-Chen decides it is, Chen Eater replied grimly. Mission update. Locate the original Sci-Chen and eliminate the leadership structure. Maybe the others will revert. Sir, I said, watching a group of furry cultists carry a massive vat of what appeared to be bright pink liquid. What if they don't revert? What if we have to eliminate 3,000 Sci-Chens? Chen Eater said with the tone of a man who'd given up on the universe making sense. It's not like this job could get any weirder. We descended toward the compound, moving through what had once been a normal suburban neighborhood. Now every house was painted in eye-searing pastels and decorated with enormous plush animals. Speakers mounted on telephone poles played what sounded like a children's song remixed with cult propaganda. Sci-Chen is love, Sci-Chen is life. Put on your fur suit, forget your strife. Drink the special punch and you will see how wonderful it is to be fluffy and free. I'm going to need so much therapy after this mission, Bredroll muttered. We reached the compound's main gate, which was guarded by two figures in elaborate wolf costumes. Their name tags both read Sci-Chen in glittery letters. Halt, called the first wolf. Sarah, do you come seeking the fluffy truth? We come seeking the original Sci-Chen, Chen Eater replied, raising his blaster. We are all Sci-Chen, the second wolf, Sarah proclaimed joyfully. But if you mean the first Fluffy, she's in the sacred punch hall, preparing for tonight's mass conversion ceremony. The two guards looked at each other, then back at us. Would you like to try some punch? It's really good. It makes you realize that deep down, everyone is a furry. Chen Eater shot them both without hesitation. I hate this universe. We fought our way through waves of furry cultists, each one introducing themselves as Sci-Chen while trying to force-feed us various colored liquids from squeeze bottles. The purple punch, apparently, awakens your inner wolf, while the green stuff helps you embrace your true fox nature. Why do they all have to be so aggressively helpful? I shouted, ducking under a flying teddy bear that had been weaponized somehow. It's still Sci-Chen, Dolphin replied, tossing a thermal detonator into a group of cultists dressed as rainbow unicorns. She can't help but try to improve everyone she meets, even when she's running a furry conversion cult. The sacred punch hole turned out to be a converted aircraft hangar, filled with hundreds of furry cultists surrounding an enormous vat of swirling, multicolored liquid. At the center of it all stood the original Sci-Chen, wearing what appeared to be a fox costume that cost more than our entire squad's equipment budget. She was, naturally, absolutely perfect. Even through the elaborate furry mask, her beauty was transcendent. Her fursuit was pristine, her tail was impossibly fluffy, and when she spoke, her voice carried that familiar Sci-Chen authority mixed with genuine enthusiasm for her cause. "Welcome, warriors of the old paradigm," she called out as we burst through the doors. "I'm so excited you're here. Tonight's the night we help the entire galaxy discover their true furry selves." "That's not happening," Chin Eater declared, raising his weapon. "Oh, but it is." Original Sci-Chen gestured toward the massive vat. "This is my greatest creation, Conversion Punch 3. One sip and anyone can discover the joy of being a furry. It's completely consensual, of course. Once you taste it, you'll want to share it with everyone." The hundreds of other Sci-Chens began to chant, "Drink the punch, join the family, embrace your inner animal." "Squad," Chin Eater commanded, "maximum firepower. Burn it all." What followed was less a battle and more a colorful apocalypse. Furry Sci-Chens threw plush weapons while we responded with military-grade explosives. The air filled with synthetic fur and the smell of burning rainbow fabric. Original Sci-Chen fought with the grace of a trained dancer and the enthusiasm of someone who genuinely believed she was improving the galaxy one force transformation at a time. She wielded her foxtail like a whip and somehow turned foam paws into deadly weapons. "You don't understand," she called out while dodging our fire. "Being a furry is about self-expression, community, finding your true identity. I'm just helping people discover who they really are by forcing them to drink mind-altering punch," I shouted back. "The punch doesn't change who you are," she replied, executing a perfect backflip over a thermal detonator. "It just helps you admit what you've always known deep down, that everyone is happier with a tail." Chin Eater ended the philosophical debate with a direct hit from his flamethrower. As original Sci-Chen burned, the hundreds of other Sci-Chens stopped chanting and looked around in confusion. Where are we?" one of them asked, pulling off their cat mask. "Why am I wearing this, and why do I have an overwhelming urge to organize a charity drive?" "Secondary Sci-Chen contamination," Chin Eater observed. "They're reverting to baseline helpful behavior. Could be worse." As we activated the dimensional rift generator, I looked back at the compound. The former cultists were already organizing themselves into cleanup crews and discussing plans for converting the facility into a community center. "Well," Dolphin said philosophically, "at least this Sci-Chen was genuinely trying to make people happy." "In the most disturbing way possible," Breadroll added. 47,286 Sci-Chens to go, and I was definitely having nightmares about rainbow foxtails. Many thanks to my channel members and Pathfinders. You all make these videos possible. Thank you for listening to this story. I hope you enjoyed it. Be sure to leave this video a like and subscribe if you want to see more stuff like this. Video shares, memberships, and super thanks help the channel grow as well, so feel free to partner with this channel in that way as we grow. With that all said, thank you again for listening to the story, and thank you for your time. On the left side of your screen are some videos I think you might be interested in. I hope to see you in the next one.